Hi, welcome to the Brief Book Reviews channel, otherwise known as An Old Guy Reviews the Book That He's Read This Week. So what's the old guy read this week? Well, the book I've read this week is this one. It's called She Didn't See It Coming by author Shari Lapena. It was published as a hardback here in the United Kingdom by Bantam on the 17th of July 2025. It's the author's ninth book. I suppose top level description is a good suburban psycho thriller. Her previous book, What Have You Done?, I reviewed here on the channel. I enjoyed reading that, so I'll try and leave a link to that previous review at the end of this review. But bear in mind, I haven't done that before, and I'm an old dog and these are new tricks. Less of the waffle cliff. What's this one about? Okay, central character is called Bryden Frost. She's married to Sam Frost. Now, Bryden and Sam, with their daughter Clara, who's 3, live in Albany, New York. Bryden's an accountant. She works for the firm downtown. Sam works as a portfolio manager for a company called Kleinberg Wealth, so he's in investment banking, that sort of thing. So they live quite a nice life. They live in a luxury condo. Clara goes to daycare while Bryden and Sam work. Bryden sometimes works from home. And book kicks off with Bryden in a bit of a 2 and 8 because she's late to pick Clara up from daycare. Traffic's heavy, and then she has a minor accident, minor shunt. So that's how the book kicks off. And we will find later on in the book that there's a link to the guy that she has the accident, the minor shunt with. So things are carrying on in a normal vein. Bryden and Sam seem very happy together. Clara's a little bit of a nervous child, but seems to enjoy going to daycare. She plays with the last couple of doors down in their condominium block called Savannah, whose mum Angela Bryden knows. So they lead a fairly happy, well-adjusted life. They're reasonably well off. They've both got well-paid jobs. Until one day, Sam is at his office and he gets a call from the daycare centre saying, Bryden's not come to pick Clara up. She was due a while back. Anything going on? And Sam says, well, she's working from home today. I know she is because clearly I saw her before I came to work. She's probably just stuck in traffic. No need to worry. If you don't hear from her, say the next half hour, let me know and I'll come and pick Clara up. So the time goes by and Sam's a little bit worried. He thought, she's not answering my texts. And normally, we text each other regularly. Normally she gets back to me. So he's a little bit worried, but he thinks, she's probably just stuck in traffic. And the last thing she needs is be answering texts. So instead, half hour goes by, no sign of Bryden. So Sam leaves work, goes to pick Clara up from the daycare centre, and he's a little bit worried. Gets back home and he thinks, must be okay. They've got an underground car park, sees Bryden's car in the underground car park, goes up to their apartment, opens up, and Bryden's laptop is on the table, a cell phone is next to it, her car keys are where they normally are in the hall, but there's no sign of Bryden. He checks the flat and he checks everywhere. He thinks, what's going on here? This doesn't seem right. She wouldn't just get up. And it looks to all intents and purposes as though she's just got up and left. He checks with a neighbour, Angela, who very often has Clara. She hasn't seen her. So he thinks, better call the police. And that's when we're introduced to Detective Jane Slaughter. You can tell this is unrecorded live. That's when we're introduced to Detective Jane Slaughter. She immediately asked Sam the obvious questions, Is Bryden in good health? Do you have a good relationship? Is there any reason why she would just disappear? And the answer to that is no, we have a great relationship. She's healthy. There's no reason why she'd want to disappear. So all of a sudden this becomes an important missing persons case. And the detective, Jane Salter, is a well-written character. We see her troubles. She's got a boyfriend, Michael, who's a academic, and their dates tend to get interrupted by cases coming up, and we see the trials that she has. And it's a very well-written character, and it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Detective Jane one, in another book, but that's by the by. So this suddenly becomes a missing persons tale. But Bryden's parents have moved to Florida. Her sister Lizzie works locally. She's a nurse. Lizzie calls her parents, so they're flying up from Florida straight away. She tells Paige Mason is one of Bryden's great friends. They're besties. So all of a sudden we've got a whole lot of people that are worried about what on earth has happened to Bryden, including, of course, her 3-year-old daughter who's perplexed because you don't know where her mum is. And thus that's basically the tale. And we know that the story, the top level story, is that these are a devoted couple. They've got good jobs, they've got no money worries. They get on well with their neighbours, and we very soon find that some of these people, in fact nearly all of them, are hiding secrets. And Jane, the detective, gradually pulls the layers away, and we find out that all is not well with both Bryden and Sam, and also other people in their environment. So it's a good suburban psycho thriller, 383 pages. Starts off with a bit of a mystery. The end, I guess, is a little bit of an anticlimax, but there is a nice little cliffhanger involved where some of the peripheral people are involved, i.e. the guy involved in the initial car crash, where it looks like Detective Jane's boyfriend may well be in a potential dangerous situation. So I enjoyed the book, good read, definitely give it 7 out of 10. I think that's it for this week's brief book review. As I said, top level, good suburban psycho thriller, starts with a mystery. We gradually see the various layers pulled away as secrets are revealed, and lots of twists and turns. So great holiday read. As I said, I give it 7 out of 10. So I think that's it for this week's brief book review. Thanks for watching. 10/10 till we do it again. Thanks.